Hey there, everyone. Just a quick word out to our fellow Israelites, brothers and sisters, Zion out there, the Remnant, our people. Just a quick message, and it is with regards to the Revelation 12, where we talked about the serpent in the serpent that sent out the floods. Right now, some of us, because we have had our spiritual sight blinded or not able to see the truth, don't realize that those floods are already being sent out. And how do you know, you might ask? It's like right now, what is Israel going through? They're going through a supernatural spiritual awakening, right? Knowing who they are and what's going to come after that. This is our people saying that we're ready to get back in our rightful place, right? We're ready to take the place that the Most High had set up and prepared for us and take it back from those heathens, the placeholders. So the issue with a lot of our people is that you're not able to see it because you underestimate your enemy. The reason why, especially, the enemy is referred to as the serpent is because of the subtle nature of the serpent. To be so serpentine and sneaky with their attacks that you never see it coming if you're not watching or watchful, or you don't know what to look for or where to look, or not being led by the Ruach HaKodesh. So I've noticed this for a while, like especially when even giving out revelations or edification, that there will be a counterattack or counterfeit message sent out, like they hijack your truth, the truth that Israel is putting out about themselves, and make it about them. Mask it under their counterfeit religion, organized religion of Christianity. And once again, try to make it about them. Try to pull the masses towards believing that this is really all about them and their fake piety. And brothers and sisters, watch out. Have your eyes open and be vigilant and watchful. The serpent has been sending out the floods. He sends it out every time your message or is lined up with that of the scripture and that of the truth. Yahushua has his people sending out that message, and then the serpent has his floods, his nations, his people, his technology, his trolls also sending out that counterfeit message to swallow up and drown out our Israelite awakening. So what does he do? He sends these other people with their confusion and their distractions. And that is what the scripture was talking about. So it doesn't come how you might think. Like you're thinking that, oh, it's just going to be right away physical attacks. But we talked about it does happen in the spiritual, and it happens in subtle ways that you might not notice if you don't have that spiritual eye and ear in tune. So they come and they have a counterfeit message, and you think that, oh, they get it, they know, they want to be assimilated, but they don't want the idea of a black Messiah. Let's just be for real. This is why they stick to their Greek knowledge. And people ask me, about why I would stick to Yahushua, and it's because the Messiah was a Hebrew Israelite, right? So that's his rightful name. When you use even our English language today, or you use that strange language or the language of our enemy that was forced upon us as a result of our people being put in exile, it has so many duplicitous meanings. We talked about that as well. And there are meanings behind even the name. This is why the scripture talks about, because of our people, because of us, the name of our Father, the name of Elohim, is being blasphemed amongst the Gentiles. So when you know the truth and you have been praying and you have been going in, you can't just keep going the old way. As a child, you were dealing with childlike stuff, but you grow up, you put away those childish things, and you come into the knowledge of the truth and the fruition of who you are and who the Messiah is and who Yahuwah is, then you can't walk the same way you used to walk. Now you have to walk in the spirit of truth, which is leading you and guiding you. The reason they keep on using their Greek term is because that's their God. That's their way of rebellion. Of that they're not going to accept a black Messiah, no matter what you say or do. But they'll gladly hijack your message and your message about the laws, the commandments, and the statutes and make it into their own, because that's how they are. They're a highly competitive, prideful nature. That nature within them, which prevents them from being remorseful or repenting of their wickedness and the wicked acts they do. They'll bring a false piety, is because, oh, all of a sudden they make it about themselves, and that's the only way that they can show any form of empathy, and it's for themselves. But scripture says, let's go into Luke 17 verse 33, where the Most High and his promises and his kingdom is not about selfishness, it's about selflessness. Luke 17 verse 33 says, whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. Brothers and sisters, I want to leave you with that message. Take that message, and we can even go into Matthew 10 verses, let's see, 39, where it says, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. So these people will go into immediate competitiveness. If you've ever seen, even on your job or at work or at school, just in life in general, they get extremely competitive or condescending. They don't speak to you, they speak at you, or they speak through you, or they feel that they're on that pedestal. Remember, like we talk about even with Edom's natural nature, to think that nobody can drag them down. So yeah, okay, the Israelites are waking up. Yes, they will see the truth happening, but because they want to keep you in denial and they want to drown you out, they send out the floods, they send out their counterattacks, they send out their hijacking message. So as long as you, Israel, because it's already happening, this warfare is happening, whether you like it or not, brothers and sisters. And before it gets to that climax and that high point, this is what we're going through. So when a watchman, watchwoman, watch person sees what's going on, it is for us to go out and warn you, brothers and sisters. The finish line is within sight. We're on that last lap. If you think that we are not in the end times, you're still under a strong delusion. Wake up, shake up, come on. Don't be fearful, be fearless. It comes a point when what scripture is saying, for you wanting to save your life. And that is what, even when it comes to taking that mark, which the mark of a man, which is also the mark, the WWW, which is showing that if you choose this mark, you're choosing the world. You're choosing the world and the ways of the serpent seed. You choose the devil. You choose Al-Shaitan, the worldliness, once again. The very same thing that the Most High has been trying to save you from. And he is basically, when it comes down to that final point, that is what it comes up to. When you want to save your life because you're scared and you're still operating in the fear of man, you're going to run and try to take on their way and take on that mark, choosing the world, choosing man, choosing selfishness, instead of choosing the Most High, which is selflessness. Okay? You lose your life and you end up gaining it. And you think for a second you're saving your life and you end up losing it. So you have to get that. They confuse everything so you don't really see the truth, but stay in the word, brothers and sisters. Okay? Let the Most High continue to edify you and give you wisdom and truth so you can see the attacks of the enemies. You can be able to see the darts and the wiles of the enemy, so you can be able to stave them off and fight them with this word. Because remember, the word is the sword. So every time the word is going out and waking up more people, the serpent seed, his nations, his multitudes, his technology, his things go out as well. Remember how we said that the word goes out and the serpent sends also his message out, or his people out, or a counterfeit in which to fight that word from going out. Fight his kingdom from being torn down, and your kingdom, the Most High's kingdom, from being brought onto the earth, so more people will wake up. The fight is already happening. This is not just sitting down waiting because, oh, it just looks like it might be a gloomy day or windy or sunny and nothing's really happening. But it is happening, brothers and sisters. But the serpent and the symbolism of a serpent is the subtle nature that you don't really see. And this is why we talked about where the woman's seed, the remnant, is the one that you have that advantage over them with the word. Just like Yahushua defeats the son of perdition, the man of sin, with his word. So when you start tightening up and getting your righteousness together and allowing the Most High to strengthen your spirit, then you're going to see this really pop off and go on. But it is happening. You sending out this word, waking up people. The serpent is sending his counterattack, his counter intel, or his soldiers out, but not in the way that you think. Whereas you think it's just bombs and guns and things like that. No, they're trying to swallow up the word. They're trying to drown out the woman, drown out this awakening, drown out the Israelites getting to know who they are by overtaking it with their Christianity. And that is why it's important, brothers and sisters, that while you're here in the choice of whether you're going to choose Christianity or choose to know that you are an Israelite, because the Most High is talking about his people, you put that in that, time is short, and see who it is that is pushing this Christian doctrine. What is it that they look for, and what is it that they do? Know your enemy's tactics, no doubt, but know the Most High even more, because his spirit will help to guide you and show you what they're up to in order to successfully cut them with that two-edged sword, which is his word. So every day we got to arm up. Every day we put on that armor and we're on that battlefield. If you are that remnant and the Most High is revealing his truth to you for you to put out, then you are his end time warrior. Okay? So just remember, brothers and sisters, it's already happening. Right? This is not just sit down and wait. You're waiting for some big boom to happen and missing the other subtle signs that it's already in place. It's already in progress. So I just wanted to make this message before I went out and did my little morning walk in devotion. So brothers and sisters, shalom, shalom, shalom.